never Trump guy. I never liked him.
My current plan is to vote either third party or, as I joke to my wife, I might write in my dog, because that's about as good as it seems. But, you know, I think there's a chance, if I feel like Trump has a really good chance of winning, that I might have to hold my nose and vote for Hillary Clinton.
We're a dumping ground. We're like a garbage can for the world. That's what's happened. That's what's happened to us. We're like a garbage can.
It's about our democracy. It's about our republic. We are unique among the world's armies. We are unique among the world's militaries. We don't take an oath to a country. We don't take an oath to a tribe. We don't take an oath to a religion. We don't take an oath to a king or a queen or to a tyrant or a dictator. And we don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator. We don't take an oath to an individual. We take an oath to the Constitution, and we take an oath to the idea that is America, and we're willing to die to protect it.
I suggest to you that I personally will not be voting for Donald Trump because of three reasons. I think his creation of, or his destruction of Roe v. Wade and the protections for abortion, the immigration reform bill that he did not embrace. Rather, he has chosen to become an absolute racist when it comes to speaking of particularly Latin undocumented immigrants, comparing them basically to animals. It's horrifying. I don't know how any Latino person of any self-esteem, any self-respect would be in favor. I am not voting for Donald Trump because I do not believe that he can be trusted to honor the Constitution of the United States. I am not voting for Donald Trump principally, aside from abortion and immigration rights. I am not voting for Donald Trump because he proved that he put himself and his own personal future ahead of the future of the country and the Constitution of the United States. That was the words from his own Vice President Mike Pence. And what he did on January 6th and so forth deserved impeachment.
More than 200 former Republican presidential and campaign staffers have thrown their support behind Kamala Harris.
In a letter published yesterday, people who worked in both of the Bush administrations, along with staffers for Senator Mitt Romney and the late Senator John McCain, declared their endorsement of Harris. The letter comes after several Republicans who are openly critical of former President Trump delivered remarks at the Democratic National Convention. Among those who signed on to the letter are McCain's former chief of staff, Mark Salter, and Olivia Troy, a former aide to Vice President Mike Pence. The wave of endorsements is in addition to more than 24 Republican former governors, members of Congress, and Trump administration officials who pledged support for the Harris campaign this month.
Former President Donald Trump's ex-chief of staff, John Kelly, is speaking out to the New York Times with his strongest words yet against the former president, warning he would govern like a dictator. Kelly was asked whether he believes Trump is a fascist.
He's certainly an authoritarian, admires people who are dictators. He has said that. So he certainly falls into the general definition of fascist, for sure.
The retired general was also asked about previous reports that Trump complimented Hitler.
He commented more than once that, that Hitler did some good things too. First of all, you should never say that. But if you knew what Hitler was all about from the beginning to the end, everything he did was in support of his racist, fascist life, philosophy, so that nothing he did you could argue was good. It was certainly not done for the right reason.
Kelly also responded to the former president's recent comments about using the military against domestic opponents.
But we have some sick people, radical left lunatics. And I think and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military.
Kelly said Trump was repeatedly told by advisors not to use the military on Americans.
Originally, the conversation would be, Mr. President, that's outside your authority, or, that's a routine use. You really don't want to do that inside the United States. But now that he's talking about it as I'm going to do it, it's disturbing.
What are you expecting? Joe Biden said he doesn't think it's going to be a peaceful election day.
Well, he doesn't have any idea what's happening in Rome as he spends most of his day sleeping. I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within, not even the people that have come in and destroying our country. By the way, totally destroying our country. The towns, the villages, they're being inundated. But I don't think they're the problem in terms of election day. I think the bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics.
Meine Arbeit für richtig hältst, ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten bin.